The light of Ranveer is coming down on me. Hey, welcome back to our stupid reaction to I'm Corbin.
We're watching you like a hawk, sir.
And you know what we're doing right now. You know what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know. And
yeah.
Thank you to Reliance, who is dropping this at a reasonable hour for us, which is 7:30 p.m. our time in the morning for all you Indians. But it's fantastic, as opposed to normally we have to wake up at like 4:30 in the morning for a big trailer release. But
it's very smart because they're making a more, the global audience to see this is far better at this hour.
Yeah, I agree. And, well, you know why you're here. The 83 trailer finally dropped. We've been waiting, it feels like forever. This right here, Rick, is the first new trailer for a Ranveer Singh film since Gully Boy. Not including his cop one, because he wasn't really the main one in that. It's hard to believe, right?
Wow.
He hasn't, because obviously we started it.
I guess that's true.
That was his new film, and then the pandemic happened.
Yep.
So, like...
Wow, that's crazy.
It's crazy to think about, right? Anyways,
yep.
New 83 trailer finally dropped. Hopefully, we will get to see it come the 24th of this month, bearing any lockdowns again.
I just have one thing before we start.
What?
You should send the trailer to me.
Oh, I didn't send it to you. Okay, hold on. This has obviously Ranveer Singh playing Kapil Dev, obviously the famous cricketer, and I believe Deepika is playing his wife in it. Kapil's wife, not Ranveer, even though they're one of those.
Correct.
And then our dost Pankaj Tripathi, I'm pretty sure, is playing the coach. So this is going to be good. I'm excited for this one, man.
I am too, and I got it, and I'm good to go.
Ready to go? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Well, India must be still recovering from the double thrashing they received from the West Indies and Australia. If they win today by a huge margin, they're still in the tournament. If not, so long.
Caps, it's 2 down, Caps.
That's another one gone.
Caps, 3 down.
क्या बचपना है? Just shut up. This is a disaster.
Caps, 4 out हो गए.
इतने important match में भी serious नहीं होना है. मजाक की भी हद होती है.
Wow, jeez.
Score क्या है?
9 run.
4 wicket down.
There he is. Wow, Pankaj looks so different.
He looks nothing like himself.
Where is our team bus? No bus here for Indian team.
आराम से मारना चिक्का. भाई नेट प्रैक्टिस है.
हमको चुम्मा टुकु खेलने नहीं आता.
और कपिल ऐसे समझा दे, मैं सर पे मार देनी बॉल.
रहन दो, मदीपा नहीं आती उसे डिफेंस.
Good prosthetic.
तो मार देना.
श्रीकांत.
Best of luck.
ओए बल्लू, इसे बोल कल तुझे देख लूंगा.
बात सुनो है?
क्या बोला था? कल तुझे देख लूंगा.
सीट मारो.
कल बड़ा मैच है ना?
सिद्धू घंटा है. क्या है?
You mean do or
Wow.
die?
Everybody's
So now in 1983 we
transformed.
come here and our captain says we'll beat the West Indies.
ए क्या पागल हो यार हमारा कैप्टन.
Gentlemen, line up, please. Everybody look in the lens.
What do you think are your team's chances in the cup?
We here to win.
To win the World Cup?
What as we here for?
Damn.
I don't think the Indians can quite see the ball. It's moving too fast for them.
India in big trouble now. 2 wickets down in quick succession.
Oh, ow, jeez. Oh.
एक के बाद एक बल्लेबाज.
मैच खत्म, वर्ल्ड कप खत्म, कप्तान खत्म.
ओए एक मैच तो जीत के जाओ. एक
35 साल पहले हम लोग आजादी जीते, मगर इज्जत जीतना अभी बाकी है कप्तान.
ग्राउंड के बाहर हमारी लाइफ में कुछ भी हो रहा हो, ये यूनिफॉर्म पहनकर ग्राउंड में उतरते हैं तो हमारा एक ही मकसद होता है, जान लगा के देश के लिए खेलना।
I say before, we're here to win.
This isn't going to help our accusations of being Ranveer biased of what I'm about to say, but that man is so good.
The accusation of us being the Bollywood bootlickers.
But here's some bootlicking for you. I don't know what Kapil Dev sounded like at all.
Right.
So that can be, you guys can say if he sounds anywhere similar, but he has changed his not only demeanor, but his voice. Obviously they put some, I think it's teeth and probably a nose prosthetic at minimum, I feel, on Ranveer, right?
I do too.
And he's changed obviously I'm sure he studied that press conference a ton and saw exactly how Kapil Dev spoke. And so the inflection of which he said, "I'm here to win," was probably exactly how he said it in the press conference. I'd imagine, Ranveer wanting to. I think this is the first time he's playing like a real person that you can actually like have video of, right?
Right.
Because obviously the person he played in Padmavat, I believe, was a real person, but it was like more of a fictitious story, kind of, right?
Well, so there's fiction, and it's also the same thing, with Baji Rao. These are even if any of those things have any historical accuracy with something that's taken from true life, it's from a period where there's really no way to give a reference point.
Yeah, so he looked so good. He looked almost unrecognizable, and what we've seen from the pictures of him, I'm so looking forward to this performance for him, and because he, just like when we talk about Shahid Kapoor, he wants people to think, and you could see it from his choices. I think he still wants to have fun, which is why he's doing those the one with Akshay Kumar and like that new one with Alia and Karan Johar. But he wants to be known. Mm-hmm. He's like, I want you to see, I love acting, and this is what I love to do, and I'm so looking forward to it. For his performance.
I am too, and I intend to watch some footage of the actual man himself and see the body language, see his swing, hear his voice, so that I too can have some kind of a template before the film to see how good his replication is. Yeah, just that would be really great to have as a focal point for it. And obviously, the makers of the film wanted everybody to know that while this is his story. I loved that sequence at the end where they were showing everybody and they were giving the actual person's name that they're portraying in the film. Also, the transformative look, and I'm assuming they look like the real people, that were at first somewhat unrecognizable were our Dost, Pankaj, and even Deepika's first reveal was like, dang, that doesn't look like Deepika.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see both of them as well. Obviously, our Dost and our future Dost, Deepika. But our Dost Pankaj, he's going to give a great performance. It's the last thing you worry about when you see Pankaj in a film is, do you think he's going to give a good performance? Of course he is. And so it's going to be so good to see him and Ranveer act together. And I don't know if you will get to see him and Deepika act together, but get to see those guys all together in one film. I was almost when the trailer was going on, I was like, is this too long? Are they telling too much of the story? And then I'm like, well, I guess everybody knows this story, right?
Right. Yeah. And
not us.
That was the other thing I wanted to point out. Not us, but the other thing I wanted to point out was I felt that the filming of all of the sequences of them playing cricket, it looked like real footage of professional cricket players.
Yeah. It looked flawless. It didn't look like there was like any like CGI.
It really
didn't look like they kind of cut away, which will happen, if you don't have the budget. But obviously, they definitely probably had the budget for it in this, and they've had 2 years now to edit it and make it look good.
Well, and the other thing is you need to make sure that your actors, that's one of the biggest problems with sports films, is the actors typically aren't at a level to make you believe they're a professional athlete. That's often something that really is a drawback with a lot of the professional sports films, that when they work magnificently, which obviously the first one that comes to mind immediately is Warrior, because the training that they both went through, and there's actually MMA fighters in the ring with them in the film. And the cricket, we're novices. We still know very little about the game comparatively. It looked really believable to me.
Yeah, and everything from the filmmaking looked really, really good. So I'm wondering how long this is going to be. Do you think it's going to be like a 2.5? I think it's going to be about 2.5.
I bet it has a 2.5. I don't think it'll be a 3-hour run. I'm sure it'll be over 2. I'm guessing it's like a 2:35, 2:28, something in there.
Do you think there's going to be songs?
A nice interval. No.
Oh,
I think there will be song montages a la, I don't think there's going to be, there may be an end musical number, but I don't sense
150
that this is going to have musical numbers. No.
Yeah, it's 150. On IMDb it says 150.
150. Wow.
Oh, sorry, not an hour 50, 150 minutes. Sorry. No.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay, that makes sense.
Sorry. Yeah.
I thought you meant an hour 50.
No.
Okay.
It says, so hour 220. Right? Or am I?
Yeah, 220.
Yeah, 220. Yep. And it's directed by Kabir Khan, who I think we just saw a Coffee with Karan with him not too long ago, right? He was the third one with Zoya.
Yeah, he was a judge. Wasn't he a judge?
No, he was.
Oh no, he was. You're right. He was in the chair. He was the third one with Zoya. In that.
But he directed the Salman Khan little Pakistani girl one that I can't pronounce.
Right.
Baji Rang. And that was a good film. Yeah. That was like definitely an entertaining film. This one, obviously, it's taking on a more artistic merit than that one did. Even though that one did have a great performance from Nawaz in that one. But man, I'm so excited.
I'm interested in the feedback from Stupid Babies who know this event really well and know this man very well as to what they thought about it, because that's going to be the real test is Indians, how they're going to respond to this, because they're going to know if he's nailing the voice, nailing the physicality, if this looks like they're doing a true story.
Probably even nailing his swing, because he probably had an iconic. I've seen like that one iconic photo of Kapil Dev, which is I think like him, like he's like
he's like coming through his swing. Yep, he's up like that. Yep.
Did I do it right, guys?
Exactly.
Did I do it right? But I know he has that one. But I'm sure they could even tell, like how you could tell any like famous batsman in baseball. They have a specific swing.
Of course. If you have somebody going to portray Babe Ruth, I'm going to know immediately whether or not they did their homework and they can actually replicate Ruth's swing or any other Major League Baseball player. And even if somebody was going to portray Michael Jordan on an NBA court or Kobe Bryant, we know what that looks like.
Yeah, I'm so excited because I think this could be, even though I think he's had great performances, this could be, if he nails it, like one of his career-defining performances, because you're depicting a real person. And so if you knock it out of the park and it's somebody that's like not really similar to you, it's going to be good. And then obviously you'll have great supporting cast of Pankaj and Deepika. And so
and for all of the ridiculous accusations about our over Ranveer love, number one, we don't care. Number two, for the Stupid Babies who know, it's always about the artistry for us. And we've been impressed with Ranveer from the day we first saw him. In fact, realized how understated he was in Gully Boy, and then loved everything else we've seen him do pretty much, and love his energy. And above all, love what we've seen in interviews of him, that this is a guy who has always wanted to be in film and has always wanted to be an actor and genuinely loves the craft. So why wouldn't you root for somebody like that?
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. Yeah. I think people just don't like him as a person, or like his outgoing personality, and you're just dumb. Anyways, bye, Ranveer.
Bye.